Scott, in a matter of the last couple of days, the news that two Parkland teens and the father of a Sandy Hook victim have taken their own lives is sparking concerns and conversations about suicide. Here in Arizona, we know the threat is very real, especially among our teenagers. Teen Lifeline reporting more than 23,000 calls from teens last year, a 12% increase when compared to the year before. The majority coming from teens ages ranging from 13 to 15. And from finals and prepping for college exams, we know the end of year pressure in the spring semester sometimes can make things feel even more intense. A bill aimed at preventing teen suicide is moving through the state legislature. The Mitch Warnock Act would require all public school staff, from teachers to custodians, to go through training once every 3 years to help learn to recognize warning signs of suicide. It still has one more hearing before it will go to the floor for a vote, and we'll follow that for you. But right here, we are joined this morning by Sheila Hedstrom, who lost her son Tyler to suicide, and Nikki Kuntz, who is the Teen Lifeline Clinical Director, to give their very unique and important perspective on such a difficult topic. So ladies, both thank you so much for being here, and a mother to mother, tremendously sorry for your loss, of course.
Thank you.
Great admiration for your ability to use this tragedy to try to spare other families what you have been through. What do you want us to know about Tyler?
Well, I've told Tyler's story a lot just in hopes of, I mean, I love talking about him, but he was 17, he was almost a senior in high school. He was a very talented musician, happy, lots of friends. We did not see, you know, the warning signs, and so I do share his story a lot because of that. I hope it'll just help, you know, a few people. But this bill too, I found out about this about a year ago, and I've been involved in the last couple months just trying to help the other parents and the legislators advocate for this bill, because I do believe it can help thousands of kids, you know, not just any life. Even if it saved one life, that's enough. But just having all staff and teachers that are with kids 6 to 8 hours a day. This is kind of brought into the forefront again with this weekend's, you know, tragic losses. And it's good that we're focusing on this, but it needs to be more of a prevention, and it just kind of more proactive than reactive.
And the more educated eyes and ears that we have in our community, the better. What are you experiencing is maybe falling through the cracks that we can all take a little information away from? Well, what questions should we be asking? What behaviors should we be noticing? And I imagine every case is extremely different.
Every case is different, and suicide is very complicated. It's never just one thing for any person. I think the most important thing to pay attention to is that gut feeling. Is something just wrong? Do you just feel something different and off with a loved one, whether it be your child or whether or not it be your friend? From there, really take a look at, are there drastic changes? And the thing about suicide, and the thing that we know about warning signs, is that different people see different things, and it's only when you put those puzzle pieces together often that we have a full story. So it's about making sure that we're talking about mental health, that we're talking about suicide, that we're talking about feelings, and that we are asking questions when we become worried about someone, when we see those drastic changes. And with kids especially, look for sudden changes or fear of humiliation at school, or sudden rage, or sudden changes and drastic mood changes. But then ask those questions of, what's going on? I see a change in you, but don't be afraid of asking the very scary question of, are you thinking of suicide? Oftentimes, that is the question we're most fearful of hearing the answer, but when we're able to ask that question, we're also giving them permission to say some of the scariest things that they have to say, which is, yeah, I am thinking of giving up.
And how would a child feel comfortable walking up to the parent and just laying that out there, where they're not handed that moment, right? So create the moment.
Right. And I think it's been a false belief that you shouldn't talk about it, and now
give them an idea.
Right. And I've learned, I didn't know, you know, anything really about this subject matter until I lost my son. And there's so many things that we should just be open to and talk about, and in the schools, in workplaces, you know, it's the stigma has to be
has to be
erased.
lifted, and
Yeah.
people struggle at all ages, at all
Right.
times in their lives. When their lives look perfect on the outside, sometimes it doesn't feel that way. So
Right.
have those conversations, be
Exactly.
open-minded and open-eared. Ladies,
Yeah.
thank you so much tremendously
you.
for your perspective and time, and we want to remind everybody the Teen Lifeline is available.
For parents and for kids.
And the
so
phone
if
number
you're worried
is?
about a child, 602-248-8336. And kids can also text between 3 and 9 every day.
Thank you so much. It's an incredible program, and we'll follow up and hear what happens with the bill as well. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.